Tomorrow, Indiana lawmakers in the House will have the chance to offer changes to the proposed redistricting bill and also the proposed map that goes along with it. So if this bill passes out of the House this week, the Senate next week will pick it up.
Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker talked with a couple of Republican senators today on opposite sides of this debate. Emily?
Yeah, they're both conservative Republicans, both represent parts of Tippecanoe County, and both senators' districts have a lot of rural areas in them, and both have been the target of threats and intimidation in recent weeks. But when it comes to how they'll vote on redistricting, Republican state senators Spencer Deary and Ron Olting are on opposite sides of this debate. Less than a week before the Senate could get the redistricting bill, Senator Spencer Deary says he's still a no on it, in part because of what he says his constituents are saying.
What I'm hearing is concerns about rising utility rates. I'm hearing concerns about rising grocery prices. That's what people want us to be focused on.
And now that he's seen the proposed map, Deary has other concerns, like how some rural areas of the state now find themselves in the same congressional district as parts of Indianapolis.
I think you would see more candidates being from the Indianapolis area and incentivized to really campaign hard in those areas where there's the most voters, and it would be harder for them to get out to some of those rural areas.
Deary also has questions about how the proposed map even divides some neighborhoods into two different congressional districts.
It doesn't make sense to have, for example, the house where the Purdue president lives be in a different congressional district where the Purdue students live, which is currently how it is in the proposed maps.
Well, I think Senator Deary is absolutely 100% right on that. In Tippecanoe County, the maps, in my opinion, does not benefit us.
Even so, Senator Ron Olting says he's going to vote in favor of it.
Reluctantly.
In earlier social media posts, Olting indicated his yes vote would be to ensure a strong Republican majority in the U.S. House. Wednesday, Olting said he's also looking out for his constituents by voting for redistricting.
Those are people I take an oath to. I've had comments made to me from Washington that if I didn't, there'd be consequences in terms of my constituent funding, particularly Purdue University, particularly on the SNAP program, particularly in the Medicaid funding.
The senior senator wouldn't say who made those comments, but talked about the recent government shutdown where people briefly lost their SNAP benefits.
Most people can't relate to it. You know why? Because they don't go hungry. I say to those people, go work volunteer serving food at a shelter, and I think it'll change your mind how important SNAP is. Even
with his yes vote, Olting does not think redistricting will pass in the Senate.
I know it's not going to get through. The votes aren't there.
Whether Senator Olting is right remains to be seen. The redistricting bill still making its way through the process in the House. The Senate not expected to take up this bill until next week if it indeed passes in the House. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.